ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So USF's offense will start this game off with the football. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Off the play fake. Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Brown will throw it. It's complete. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulls are on the move. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Gives it on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Let's send out the kicker here. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Florida Gators offense has its first opportunity of the day. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack him? Because something has to change after that last game we saw.
Yeah, I think one of the big keys for him having that kind of day and that kind of accuracy was his offensive line gave him a lot of time to survey the field and throw darts. So if you're on defense here, you've got to find a way to disrupt his rhythm. You've got to be able to get pressure on him. You don't necessarily have to get him to the ground and sack him, but the ball has got to come out early. You cannot let him sit back there and pick you apart.
the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And, Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level, and with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
Got a man. It's Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Breaks into the open. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sturdivant.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Brown wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Bulls moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Norton. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Alexis. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Bulls look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Alexis. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. They're going back to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Handoff from the gun.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Here comes It's Nimrod. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Bulls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Brown will throw it. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Down and 1, and they'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Florida.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? He scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Makes the quick grab. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. On the run, it's Ball. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Quick strike complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
And the Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, USF.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of...
There he goes! A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in. This passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. To the air, it's Lagway. Dances away to buy time. And as he throws, he's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bulls are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
From the gun to give, looking for room. At the 35, he's open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Bulls are marching down the field.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Using his feet to buy time. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
after the incompletion. They go back up top. Quickly complete. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Sturdivant. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He might want another play. On 4th down, going to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shot at midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Back to throw. It's Flagway. Quarterback extends the play. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Gators will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. A low line drive and not his best work. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But
he's got it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. To the air, it's Lagway. Quickly to the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Here's the pressure. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. To the air, it's Lagway. Finds the tight end. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Oh, and the attempt is no good. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far.
And the Bulls will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got it inside the 25. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. We've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Their lead is down to 10. Moments like this, you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hit, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to them after the catch is their specialty. Can make some magic happen.
They'll run play action. Catch in the middle, it's Nimrod. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
On the move, it's Norton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And the Bulls are flying down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Hauls it in. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They'll give it to him again. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Flagway. That's reeled in, it's Clark. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays.
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Sullivan. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Bulls want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Norton. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught in the backfield. It's Norton. They've got him before he gets the first down marker, and the screen does not deliver. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Back to pass, it's Flagway. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into turning it on. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only 1 play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So 1st down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The sure hands, it's Sturdivant. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Gators didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! A great catch and run for 6. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And this is what leaders do at the quarterback position, guys. After throwing 2 picks a week ago, he was able to put that game behind him, refocused himself, got back in the film room. He looks like a different player this week.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bulls want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big...
There he goes! His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese, at that position, you better have a short-term memory, right? Quarterbacks have to forget about it, move on, forget the mistakes. Nice job putting that behind him last week. Coming out today, putting together a great performance for his team.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Tries again to get it in. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass action.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I...
Beck's going for the goal line. They will score! Touchdown, South Florida!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the catch. It's Sturdivant. At the 45 on its way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. They came out hot on this drive. 1 play and already near midfield. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gonna look downfield again. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. To throw, it's Flagway. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB. Sit back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and then did the rest himself and then put points on the board.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just know it. Listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over.